This world is full of mystery. I know, and I'm sure you also agree that regardless, Yul Edochie still remains the son of Sapeth Edochie. It is going to be very difficult for him to throw the baby and the bathwater away, meaning, to a certain extent, regardless of what Yul Edochie did, has done, or is doing, Sapeth Edochie will still have a kind of soft spot for his own son, particularly in this situation that Yul Edochie found himself. It is Yul Edochie that brought this upon himself, nobody else. In fact, the thought that he had and the way he went about it, it is not something that anyone wants to embrace. No one in his or right senses will want to associate with such a person publicly, maybe privately. Publicly, you don't want to associate with a man that will announce polygamy on social media, not because he's a billionaire and it is his money that these women are interested in. So he tells himself, I am the Odogu, I care less. I can do and undo. Let me say what I want to say publicly. Anybody that does not want to be part of it can move away. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but at least the man will be like, if not for my money, will these people, would they be with me? Look at my ugly face and my big stomach. They will never ever be with me. That is not the case. In fact, it is Yul Edochie and Mary struggling to make ends meet. Mary supporting Yul Edochie in all ways that she can ever think of. Now, Sapeth Edochie, he has taken certain steps, strong steps. I don't want to say against, but let me say towards the direction of Mary as regards Yul Edochie. Now, Sapeth Edochie is putting blames on Mary, saying, Mary, you have now become part of the industry. And there are certain people that had issues with my son. Maybe they dislike him or dislike me. They found a way to fire their shots through this thing that happened. And they are using you against Yul Edochie. I'm not going to take it lightly. I'm not going to take it lightly at all with you. You want Yul Edochie to pay child support. You want him to take care of bills. Yet, you are dropping some kind of a update here and there on blacklisting my son. This is not acceptable. You are using the power of your feminine, or you know what Sapeth Edochie means, using that influence to take food away from the table of my son. I will not accept this. I will not agree to this. I will go all the way to make sure that you learn lessons if you are not careful. How can my son foot the bill? How can he pay child support? How can he do all that you are requesting him to do whilst you are busy blacklisting him, blackballing him, or is it even whiteballing him, whitelisting him? Let us use whitelisting. Let us use whitelisting for a reason. Let us use whitelisting. I know people that have deep understanding of why I decided to change it to whitelisting they will know what I'm saying. So, why? Sapeth Edochie asks, and this is not the first time that Sapeth Edochie will go on this journey of antagonizing Mary or calling Mary's attention. There was a time he tried to plead with Mary, saying, please, Mary, stop this social media thing. All that it takes is just one press conference or even going on your platform to speak. It will put an end to the dragging of my son. It's been 2 years plus, and I'm not liking it. Put an end to it once and for all. Put an end to it ASAP. Mary had replied him back then that she's not the one who publicly or privately engineered bloggers or online in-laws, as they are called, to fight on her behalf or to say anything. That it is Edochie that is actually the one that is, that is doing all of these things. Edochie is the one doing it. Edochie. It is Edochie that is the one. It is Edochie, nobody else. Edochie is the one that dragged the public into his mess, trying to absolve himself. He felt too confident. He thought that he has become so famous and popular. He looked at his Instagram page, his social media handle, and he saw the number of people following him, and how a lot of people have complimented his voice, and he felt that that is all that matters. Like, he needs nothing else. Like, he's the king of the universe, not knowing that the same people that lifted you up can throw you down within seconds. What is your voice? Your voice will begin to sound to them like a bad engine, like the exhaust pipe of a bad engine. That's how your voice will begin to sound like within a twinkling of an eye. He never knew that. He felt that he was the king of the universe, the Odogu. They gave him another title. They said, Mister, you have become the Odegu. You are nothing. You are a zero. You are a nobody. And that's the end of it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a serious matter. It is a serious matter. It's a serious matter. Because Sir Peter Edochie said that Edochie had contacted, certain people to do movies with him, people that he normally would have done movies with and gotten endorsement and all of those deals. And these people, they are not ready to do anything with him. They are kind of giving him that update of Mary, like, the way you treated, the way, and this thing is kind of not making Edochie get what he wants anymore. He can barely feed. I did some analysis and from Mary's legal team, talking about how Edochie is now struggling to have 50,000 naira deal. Someone that is supposed to be doing millions and millions of deals. Things just became bad for him. So Sir Peter Edochie is blaming Mary, saying, Mary, you are the one causing this. That you don't need to be too loud about it. Your action and inaction matters a lot. You can put an, and let us be sincere, it's not Edochie that is causing all of this. I'm not talking about what he did. I'm talking about what he did during, after, and he's still doing till today. It became controversial. It became stupid. It became reckless. It became so empty. It became so empty and so loud. It's so sad. It's so sad. So Sir Peter Edochie is blaming Mary, asking Mary to put amends to this thing, saying, look at the case of Nosarex, look at the case of Regina Daniels. Who and who instructed who? We all know that Regina Daniels' husband is a polygamist and is a proud one. But the difference is that he has money. It is his money that is keeping all of these women fresh. Not like the case of Edochie. He wants to expand family. Okay, let's say he made a mistake, something happened, and he said to himself, okay, I think I have to own up. This pregnancy thing has happened. I don't mind having a second wife. It's okay. But the thing is this, not minding to have a second wife is not the problem. How did you go about it? Did you go meet the first woman and say, hey, look, I know this is not part of our plan, but it is what it is? You guys could have sat down and dealt with it as family, nuclear family. And then if you want to extend it to come into it, You guys would have dragged it, begged each other, and you guys will now maybe make a document that will determine how property, I mean, the ones you people have now, not the ones you have in the future, at least this one, like right now, belongs to this person and that person, like this, and stuff like that. Maybe that would have sorted it out. They would have made a document to that effect, and Mary would have relaxed. Maybe. I mean, maybe. But since it is not as expected, what else? Who are we to blame? But now that Sapete Edochie is saying this, saying that, for me, I don't think that Mary caused anything. Mary did not cause the travail of Yul Edochie. Yul Edochie caused it himself. But it's not as if Mary cannot stop it somehow. If Mary comes out and say, please, ladies and gentlemen, don't drag Yul Edochie anymore, leave him alone, blah, blah, blah. Dragging will still come, because is she going to let God be the judge? If you say let God be the judge, people will say God will not come down to this earth. It is we that God will use to whip whoever and stuff like that. But then, that's what Peter Edochie is advising her to do, to come out and attend to this matter because of Yul Edochie. Particularly now that she is in the UK, and it seems Yul Edochie's glory got stripped off him, and Mary embodied it, using it. This matter long ago. So Sapete Edochie is saying, like, no. This is not right. This is not right. And for me, I think if Yul Edochie is not careful, well, I don't want to say it.